Hi, I'm Michael. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. I will be beginning with the Major Arcana, but first I want to explain a little bit about the deck I'll be using. It is the Dragon Tarot, which I will put a link to in this post if you want to jump ahead. Spoilers. But I'm using this deck for a few reasons. One, I am Year of the Dragon, so vibes. Two, it is a gift from a dear friend of mine. He found that it and he were speaking different languages, and when he heard that I had begun my studies, he bequeathed it to me, and it has been an invaluable tool in my journey so far. Three, it is one of the more colorful decks I've got. But it's also the deck that, because it is secondhand, it has been around the block. It has seen the world. It knows how to talk to other people. I have two other decks here. One that I use strictly for myself and my fiance, and one that I use strictly for me. I like having that distinction between them because it means that I know which deck I'm talking to and which deck is talking back. I know that doesn't make sense. Again, stir crazy. You see the last video. But I really do like the idea of having different decks for different purposes. Maybe that just makes me a hoarder. Who knows? I might, and so might my psychologist. But, regardless, I will be beginning with the Major Arcana. Now, the Major Arcana is a series of 22 cards, numbered 0 through 21, just to be confusing, that tells, from what I'm gathering, sort of the hero's journey, assuming that you are the hero of your story. And it begins at number 0, the Fool, and progresses through to number 21, the World. Along the way, the Fool has his growth. There are new characters that get introduced, such as the Empress, the Hermit. But for the most part, it is a journey of the soul. Again, it is 22 cards total. Now, here begins my harebrained theory. And if you're a fan of harebrained theories that have no basis in reality, then hi, welcome. There are 22 cards. Right. Now, as I go through them, I've started to notice some, well, not patterns yet, they're just kind of occurrences. For instance, the Fool and Justice. Alright, so the Fool is a card of leap of faith action. It is a card of, shoot first, ask questions later. Justice is a card of deliberation. It is a card of balance. It is sort of knowing what you are and where you are. Now, on paper, yes, I know on paper, puns are going to happen. They are total opposites, but what comes to my mind is they are very similar when one is reversed. So you have now two cards where in this position, one is acting on faith and one is acting on bad reasoning. Reverse them again, you have one where you are taking no action out of fear and one where you are taking no action out of logic. Inaction, action. how deep does that go, is my question. Again, we have the next pair, the Hanged Man and the Magician. I know I did them opposite. I will either fix that in post or just leave it in. The Magician is a card of beginning your journey into this life with all of the tools you need at hand. The Hanged Man is the last card before death, which is a transition into a new life. So again, forgive that, I forgot to put my phone on silent. My apologies. So again, one is a card of consolidation at the start, and one is a card of consolidation at the end. Almost opposites, but not quite enough. And the further along I go, the more these almost parallels start to reveal themselves. I like to think of them more as perpendiculars. Non-planar perpendiculars. They're traveling in entirely opposite directions, except at the point where they almost meet. There's the Emperor and the Devil. There is absolute mastery over your life and things that have absolute mastery over you. There is the Hierophant and the Tower. One of structure and order and one of chaos and upheaval. There is Strength and the Sun, where Strength is usually a card that represents a Leo or a Leo person in one's life, and Leo is the astrological sign ruled by the Sun. All the way up to the Wheel of Fortune and the World, where the Wheel of Fortune is the arc of time, and the world is the arc of the universe. And your place therein. Again, they almost meet, but they don't quite. So what I want to know is, how deep does this run? Is there any pattern that I can extrapolate? Is it a coincidence? I would like to go on this journey, and you are invited to come with me. You don't have to stick around if you don't want to. But again, if you like baseless theories and esoteric knowledge, then hi, welcome. Enjoy the show.